Good day everybody, this is Pillar from Tales Productions and welcome back to Star Trek Online. This is the free-to-play playthrough of a 23rd century character and this is my ship. We have just finished an incredible mission, the Tangled Webs. I really enjoyed that, got to see a lot about the Tholians and the inside of their ships, a bit more about how they're going to appear in this game, and I really liked it. Loved the look of them, they were really fun and that mission was really fun. But it does mean we're now moving on to the Battle of Caleb 4. Caleb, I assume that's pronounced. So, rogue temporal operatives strike during one of the Federation's greatest defeats. Stop them before a bad situation becomes terminally worse. I will. Okay, but before I get onto that, I just want to check. I think... So last time I did go through and do all the housekeeping with items and stuff. That's all up to date. Everything's good. Skills. I do have one space point left, which I think I'm going to put into shield restoration again. No, I'll just put 1 point in all these actually first. So let's do hull capacity first, and then I'll probably do hull restoration. So that's that done, and I know that level 10 is on the way, which I'll probably get as part of this mission, and that will give me a new ship. Awesome. Okay, let's just get straight on with it then. Let's talk to... Is it Garrett? I assume it's Garrett. Yeah, Admiral Garrett.
We have a situation in the Caleb system. Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything.
Awesome, so just head for the Caleb system. The last two missions that I've done, these are Mark 4 rewards. I think I've only got Mark 2s equipped right now.
Stay safe out there.
Awesome.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history.
Oh yeah, a pivotal moment that's miles away.
The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux.
So yeah, in the last two missions, I think it is, on the way to them.
Show up, we'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
Daniels has pulled me away to do some sort of side mission instead, so I don't know if that'll happen in this, but considering how far away it is, I am just going to skip from here to there, so let's consider this a jump and go... There we go. And as you can see, we are much closer now, about to pass in, so I wanted to come in now, just in case Daniels comes on to talk. Here we go. No talking apparently. Alright, let's just go to Caleb 4 then. The Battle of Caleb 4.
All hands, this is Admiral Garrett aboard the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near this system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector.
Worrying?
We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
Telsa standing by, orders acknowledged. Look at all these cool ships. The Admiral is hailing the Klingons on all frequencies, no response. That's cool. Klingons are making an attack run on subspace relays. The Admiral has signaled for weapons free. There's only like 2 ships. Alright, now there's a few more, but still. We really heavily outnumbered them. I guess I'll join in, but this doesn't feel very Starfleet. Man, range is an issue. Let's get in range. I imagine this game would be really fun to play on a console.
Klingon formation is breaking. All ships, give chase.
Give chase? Why are you chasing? Yeah, this feels weird. Didn't say this was a massive defeat for the Federation. Maybe that's still to come. Wait, get out from under me. Go away. There we go, there's another one coming in now. I did love seeing these sort of ships flying around there. This is cool. It's a Pioneer, that's the same as mine, right? That one. I think. What's the Yorktown? If I can get a good look at it. Yeah, that's a Constitution class, it looks like. And that's a Ranger class battlecruiser. That looks very different. Cool. Alright, sorry. Let's head over here. Perseus class? That's also different. That looked really weird. I'll take a look at that Perseus one again. Nice and easy. Can I get over here and do this scan before anyone else shows up? I'm gonna try. Oh, I was betting they warp on top of me. That'd be so upsetting. Oh no, they've just come in there. That's fine. We're all good. I think it's 7 kilometers you have to get to. Yeah, there you go. Good. So a lot of people try and use these buttons on the actual interface, and that is much more difficult. Just use your up and down arrows on your keyboard. I learned that within the first few weeks of playing. It makes such a massive difference. If you're going to be crafting, it's very important. The other ships don't actually seem to be doing damage. I'm not sure how this is. These fights are sort of programmed. Whether they're just like whether they do set amount of damage to each other over time, or if they don't damage each other, and that's just what I do. And it just increases the amount of damage I do, or something like that, to make it feel like there's other ships firing at it. Not sure. Don't know how that works. That would be interesting to know. Where was that one? Perseus, was it? There's Pioneer. Nothing's gone past me, has it? No. Oh, they are definitely hurting it. Oh well, can't be what I thought then. Been on 0% for a while. Something odd on the sensors, Captain. Reminds me of a cloak. Torpedoes on my mark. What's gonna happen? Ooh. That's clearly not really a Klingon ship then. With that sort of maneuverability.
Klingon ships.
Or...
Decloaking?
oh dear.
All ships, this is Garrett. Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute battle... Concentrate fire on the cruisers. Need to protect them.
Oh dear. Is that me just running away? It's probably not the wrong idea. Why they've decided to capture me instead of kill me like all the others. Weird. Okay, so there are... oh right, there's loads being captured. Interesting.
The mighty Federation has been brought to heel at last by the Klingon Empire. Those who remain shall know mercy in return for your unconditional surrender.
I thought Klingons didn't take prisoners, Core. Probably not the smartest thing to say, actually. Considering they've got us.
We Klingons can be gracious in victory. Though, should you wish to die in battle with honor, I will gladly oblige you.
I wonder what that type of ship is. Continue.
I'm picking up a temporal anomaly among the Klingon ships. It's consistent with readings we've seen in previous Knuckle incursions. They're trying to interfere with the timeline again.
But to do what? Until we break out this tractor beam, there's not much I can do, Daniels.
Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past their shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry. We're literally running out of time.
Understood. Beam us to the Klingon ship. Cool. Oh, these guys have still got the EV suits on. I love it. I love it so much. It's going to look so derpy. Daniels beamed us into a barracks, Lieutenant. I'm not picking up any security alerts. Looks like we got the drop on the Klingons. I brought several photon charges along. If placed tactically, we can use them to disrupt this ship's power grid and take down the tractor beam. Good thinking. Let's move out. I want the tractor beam out of action. I love that. You look so special. Cool. Okay, so this is a Klingon ship. And you get to see a lot of these in the future, if I remember right, but they don't very much look like this. They look more Klingon-y. I guess this is what Klingon ships look like in TOS episodes. Can't say I ever saw any. Oh, hello. I was going to try and let them out, but apparently not. I love how the Klingons look in the original series. Slightly different humans. Of course, that might be a good segue.
Is the captain. There are intruders in the engineering section. Eliminate them immediately.
Into a discussion about so much for the element of surprise. Possibly into a discussion about Discovery and the new Klingons, but I don't know, maybe we just shouldn't go there. A lot of people have very strong opinions about such things. Well, okay, so they're just in here then. Down, the door's locked and we don't have the door codes. I think I can bypass it, but it'll take a little time. We'll cut it open. No time for anything else, and I don't care about property damage to the Klingon ships. Cut it. Oh, that's my job, is it? Okay. Cool. Nice. So again, science lab over here. Probably the one on a ship of this size. Probably the only one on a ship of this size. Another good spot for a bomb. So that must be in here then, I guess. Let's go. Hello, Sergeant. Hello, soldier. Quite cool that she was sat at the desk there when we first came in. Good attention to detail. Cool. And this one. I am taking all the items. I don't know if I mentioned that enough times, but I am planning on selling a lot of stuff, so even things I'm not going to use, I am just taking everything. So I guess we'll just cut this door. Hello, friend. I haven't used my skills. Okay. Maybe not best just to walk into the line of fire and then drop it, but you know, it's got to go somewhere. Yeah, take items. The delay on some of the interactions. It's weird. The charges will do some damage. Now we just have to find the tractor beam controls. Let's do that. I assume they're just opposite, or are they in this door? Are they in that door? Yeah, of course they are.
You need to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Cor. Deal with this. Don't fail.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you. Pity.
It does seem the whole
So
conversation.
you're the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship.
Oh, okay, I skipped that awfully. I shouldn't have moved, I apologise. That was cool. Captain Core himself just drop kicked me. Hello? Why are my things not working? Oh, this is so delayed and weird. Have you guys just come in here and killed everybody? Good. Bit late, but I'll drop the phaser thing. The photon turret. Photon mortar, yeah. Okay, so I skipped that conversation. That is a shame. Wanted to listen to that. They're very much like the Sulaban, though, these visitors, aren't they?
A valiant
what?
effort, little fly. But it is over!
I totally whooped you, mate.
Glorious! For this day.
That's a bit buggy. Okay, so I need to go and disable some ships then to free up some of mine. Charges work. Tractor beam was down and the tails were free to navigate. The feedback from the tractor beam took down our warp capability. The others are still caught in tractor beams. The systems are off operation. If we free them from the tractor beams, they could likely escape. Helm, get us moving. Let's do what we can to help with the fleet. Okay. Just one by one then, I'll free a ship. Oh, it happens to be the Yorktown I'm right next to. That's good. It's a strong one.
This is Garrett. We're outmatched here. Disengage under best possible power.
What? So I'm staying to fight, but you're running away.
Well done. Thanks for the help.
No worries, mate. I don't mind sticking around. Even if the Yorktown is still just running away, it looks like. Need some help, mate. Oh, they just... Oh no, these guys have just spawned in. Okay, fair enough. I guess they're supposed to die here. That's what this sort of feels like. Keep your shields balanced. Do have a little heal with heal over time. I'll use it late though, just to be sure. Do as much damage to this battle cruiser as I can before I have to use that. Use the tractor beam now. I'm taking it quite well, I think. This isn't too bad. Oh yeah, I'll take some items. Okay, I'll use the shield heal over time now. Let's take this one out to free up another ship for me. Although they just aren't helping at all. Which is interesting. With what makes me think I'm supposed to just die now. What did they not fire? Did it fire? No, it didn't. Okay.
Nice work. I owe you one.
No worries, friend.
Make for heading 265 Mark 10. Best speed.
Do I know where that is? Is there actually a quest to go somewhere?
Run while you can, Starfleet.
No, okay, I've just got to protect the ships. I don't know why they don't just stay and fight though. I think we could take this. Possibly a slight story hole. I'm just heading away so I can turn around. Come back with a heavy torpedo fire. Beautiful. We need to keep using skills. Wow, okay, yeah, so there are just ships coming in all the time. But I assume I'm supposed to die. Come on, I can't take this. Was I supposed to leave, maybe? Like, stay with these ships? Respawn! Yay! Can I come back around at my allies? No, I need to protect them still. So no, I wasn't supposed to die apparently. Wow. That's a bit scary. Alright, so I'm going to take this ship out and then I'll head over there. I'll try and take them one by one. But it looked like there were just ships like jumping in at me constantly, so killing them wouldn't have made a difference. Maybe I just had to survive longer, so escaping would have been better. Oh yeah, so my allies are escaping now. Okay, so yeah, it was just a matter of surviving a certain amount of time, probably. Which I could have done using evasive maneuvers and stuff. No worries.
You've done us all proud. Give it hell, my friend.
And it won't be forgotten. I can survive this.
At least one Starfleet officer has the courage to die well. Tomedun Bomedun.
Bomidoon, Bomidoon. Yeah, is this it then? For each one of these I kill, a new one will just jump in. There's 1.5 minutes left. This doesn't seem too bad. If the other ships over there don't come in, then I should be able to survive this. What is a Klothos? Okay, yeah, so they do just keep spawning. That does a lot of damage. A lot more than the other ships, anyway. Yeah, I can easily take him. Yep, got him. Alright, he just cloaked. Did I have to do that within the time, or did the time just run out? Wasn't even damaged.
I'm afraid you're dead. Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech, but your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it. Believe me when I say it's better than the alternative.
Cool. This is all a little bit sudden, this part. A little bit sudden. Like, fair enough he wants to recruit you as a temporary agent, but then why is he sending you to the early 20th century? Hasn't explained that yet. Interesting. Oh. Okay. So I speak with him to finish.
Welcome to Earth Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Okay. Well, I just get all of that. I don't have to pick one. Beautiful. I'll take it.
Lieutenant Commander.
Lovely. And I will accept this now. Just because that's where I'm going anyway. Okay, so it looks like that's the end of Caleb 4, which means the end of that episode chain. Ooh. Yeah, so that was the agents of yesterday. Beautiful. And then it brings you out and you're into everything else. Okay. Interesting. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm pretty sure the next thing to do will be to explore Space Dock a little bit, do some sort of tailoring, and whatever sort of weapon updates I need to do. And I'll probably make a video of that because I know I'm about to get a new ship and a bunch of other stuff. So I will make that a separate video, which will be a sort of housekeeping video and sorting things out. And then I'll move on to whatever I decide will be the starting storyline I do. I haven't actually thought about that yet, so I need to have a quick think. But this will be the end of this episode then. So it's the sort of starting tutorial series of missions for the 23rd century characters. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was really good. The end, it seemed a bit sudden and random, but I think it always would. I wasn't sure how they were going to try and fit that in. I can't think of a better way of doing it. So it was good all around. I liked the story. As with most of Star Trek Online, I think the story is the thing that keeps it going. So I'm a big fan. I like it a lot. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are enjoying. I hope you will enjoy. But most of all, and by far, the most important thing is to look forward to the next episode of Star Trek Online.